Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. And today's topic is about how to capture all input dataset and libnames in a SAS program. To understand this, let's look into a small program in here. In here, I have a small program where I'm doing couple of data steps and I'm having two libnames. Now I want to capture those libnames and what are my input data sets also. Actually, this was a question asked by someone, and then what I thought is let's try to search this and how we can make it very easily in SAS. And what I was able to find was one particular procedure known as SCA proc, which actually works as a code analyzer. And what it does is it captures input output information along with the variable information which we give in our SAS program. And then the idea is run this particular procedure and capture the information and then parse it. And by parsing it, we can find what are our libnames and what are our input data sets that we are using in this program. In here, I have proc SCA proc, and then what I am saying is whatever is happening in here, record it, and it should be recording to this particular file, and then once a record is done, it should write to this particular file. Now let us run this code and see what is happening in here. Once I run this code, what is going to happen is it is going to generate this particular text file in the location we have mentioned, and let's quickly look into that particular text file, and this is known as mydatasets.txt. Here you can see that we have this file which I was talking about, that is mydatasets.txt. Let me quickly click on this and we can see that there is a lot of information in here. And one of the information we have is about dataset input, and another one is libname and the details related to libname. So if we can capture this txt file into a SAS dataset and then we parse out this dataset name and also this libname related information, we are good to go. Now let us see how we can do first in step-by-step fashion in multiple data steps, and then what I will do is combine all of them and then show you how to do in one data step itself. Now let us go back to our code. The first step is always to read this file into our SAS dataset. To do that, we need to use infile statement and point it to this particular location, and we need to read this particular txt file. That is what my infile statement is in here. And then what I am doing is I am doing an input statement, and in the input statement what I am doing is I am defining my variable name followed by an ampersand and appropriate in format. What this ampersand followed by appropriate in format will do is it can easily read text which has one or more embedded spaces. Now let us quickly run this and see our result. And in the result you can see that we were able to successfully read all the lines which are in here into our SAS dataset. And here I want you to focus on observation 3 and observation 4. In observation 3, we have something which tells us dataset and also it tells us input. So what we want to do is we want to read a lines which has dataset and input so that it can read this particular line. And what we are going to use is a function known as findW. So we are going to say something like if we find dataset and also input, read this particular observation. And also we are going to say or read any observation in which we have the word libname. Again we are going to use find W function. Now let us go back to the code and see how we can do that. In here, what I have done is I have taken this data set which we have created by doing an infile and input, and I'm using in here in the next data step. And in this if statement, I have written if find W libname along with my variable. That means in this variable, if you find libname, please keep that observation, and also if you find input and data, keep that observation also. And let's quickly run this and see our result. In here you can see that we are reading only those observations in which we have either dataset input as words or libname as words. Now we are pretty close to solving our problem. Now what we really need to do is we need to parse out our information in here, and we need to put in a way that it is very clean. For libname, we want to start from here and we want to read till these quotes. We don't want to read what is in the beginning and what is in the end, but we want to read our libname information. And how we can do this? We can do this with the help of couple of functions. The first function is substring function, in which what I'm going to do is I'm going to say start reading from here to end. To do that, I can say substring and the variable name, and then say start reading from 14, because I know till here it is 13 and I have done that manually. But if you see here, there is a common standard pattern that it always starts with a slash followed by a star and then a space, job split, colon, and then there is a space. This comes 13, and then I am telling to read everything from 14 till end. And then once this has been read, what I can do is I can apply another function, and this time that function is going to be a transvert function. And in the transvert function, what I'm going to say is whenever you have a space followed by a star and followed by a backslash, what I want to happen is replace it with nothing. And then let's see how I have done this in the code for libname. Now if you go into the code, what I am doing is I have picked up the data set from here, and then what I have said is if you are finding the word libname, do a substring and then read from 14 to the end of the variable, and this part does that. And then transvert, what it does is whenever you have space followed by a star followed by backslash, it replaces with nothing. Now for libname we have solved it, and for input dataset also we can do the same. What we can simply do is we can say whenever we have the words input and dataset, read everything from 1 till here. So the position 1 till here, that is starting from 1, read to the length of total length minus 8. This minus 8 is this particular 8 characters which I don't want to read. Once we have read this whole of this line, other than these 8 characters which we have parsed with the help of substring function, I can use scan -1 and I can say to split it by space. -1, what it does is it starts scanning from right side and then it splits when there is space here. So it reads our input data set, and that is what I have in my code doing first substring function starting from 1 and read till everything other than 8 characters. And then I'm also doing a scan from what I have got, and then I'm also saying that -1, and then I'm also saying my delimiter is space. Now let me quickly run this and see our result. And in here you can see that our input data set names are clean, our libname statements are clean. And now if you can see that some of the libnames are duplicated and we do not want that to have, so we can dedupe it with the help of procsort and then saying no dupe key option and also using our by variable of the variable which we have. And then once we do that, we will not have any duplicates, and now our information is more cleaner. Before going into how we can keep this whole of information in one data step, I would want to tell you few things. That is, I have used the same data set over and over again for different steps. This is not a good practice. I have made this on the purpose to show you what are the problems if you do these kind of things. Now, let me quickly run these first two steps, that is reading of the data set and then filtering out the data. Now let me run this and then you can see that I have all the information needed. For example, if I have done something wrong in here and I have said 10, and if I do this step, I will see that my results are not accurate, but I have already overwritten my data set. Now I have to run everything else and then get in here. So never ever try to overwrite the same data set names. That's a bad practice in my view. And also my data set names my info and also my variable name my session info, these are also not very clean. Our dataset names and our variable names should exactly show what we are doing. And also I'm using the same variable and parsing out that particular variable in here. If you see, what I'm doing is I'm using the same variable and parsing out the same variable name. That's another bad practice in my view. Don't do this as much as possible. Be clear with the names and give very appropriate names. Now, what we can really do is I can keep whole of this code of reading and then filtering out data and also parsing in one step, and then we are good to go. That is what I am showing you in here, and then let's quickly run this and see our result. And then in here you can see that our information is clean, but let's also look into our final data set in which the data is deduplicated also. That's all for this topic. If you like this topic, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Thank you.